I'm thinking about grabbing one.
I'm still thinking about that bite. Super Pretzels, soft pretzels.
Shh, it's okay, Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And jerk-face Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hon, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Indianapolis 3, Cincinnati nothing. The Bengals getting the ball for the second time at their own 20. We have 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Desmond Ridder and the Bengals facing a Colts defense coordinated by our friend Lou Anarumo. Let go by the Bengals at the end of last year, quickly signed by the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Bengals feel good about the guy currently coaching their defense. In fact, we know they do. Everybody loves Al Golden, who obviously is during his time in Cincinnati, most notably in the 21 postseason, the Super Bowl, where the defense performed brilliantly.
Right on.
1st and 10 from the 20. Desmond Ridder under center. Kendall Milton is the running back. They stick it in his belly. Gets away from an ankle tackle near the line of scrimmage. This dude is hard to bring down. He gets tackled after about a 4-yard run. And there's no penalty flag, so these 4 yards will count for Kendall Milton.
The Colts basically handled the field position issue. They were backed up a little bit. They moved the ball some and then boomed it. And the Bengals have to start from their own 20. They have 80 yards of turf to cover. So this field position game is interesting.
It turns out to be a 5-yard run on 2nd and 5. Rich stumble going back to pass. His throw intercepted. The Colts are running it back at the 20, 15, 10, cut back to the 5, and a touchdown for safety Daniel Scott.
Like you mentioned, Dan, he stumbled. He came out of the fake handoff and stumbled. I don't know if he tripped over the feet of the running back or he just kind of slipped and tripped on the turf, but then he threw a strike, unfortunately, right to the Indianapolis Colts ball. You know, you don't catch, you're not going to catch anything. And Scott caught it, hit him right in the belly. The safety took it to pay dirt.
The pass was intended for Jermaine Burton, but it was nowhere close to getting to him as Scott picked it off on the run at the 35 and took it to the house for the Colts' first touchdown. Schrader into attempt. The 33-yard PAT. His kick is on its way, and it is good. So the Indianapolis Colts have taken a 10-0 lead. We'll take a timeout. 1:52 left in the first quarter here on the Bengals Radio Network.
Drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and lets they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day. Show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bank Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
To tackle your next big project, choose Ohio Cat for unbeatable construction equipment. From bulldozers to excavators, Ohio Cat delivers power, precision, and performance with the quality you expect. And with our one-stop rental shop, you get top-notch equipment without the long-term commitment. Whether it's a quick job or major, if you need it, Ohio Cat rents it. Visit ohiocat.com to explore options and make your next project a success. Ohio Cat, the official equipment partner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Watch your Bengals this season on the NFL, on CBS, streaming on Paramount+. 10-0 Indy. 1:52 left in the first quarter. A 40-yard field goal by Spencer Schrader and a 35-yard pick six by safety Daniel Scott, giving the Colts a 10-0 advantage. Indianapolis has 2 kickers on the roster in the preseason, and the other kicker, the guy who hasn't been used so far in this game, Maddox Trujillo, will kick off to Jermaine Burton and Gary Brightwell.
See if we can get a little bit of return going here. Get after it, guys.
Trujillo's kick hit in the direction of Jermaine Burton. Charges forward to catch at the 11, running up the middle of the field, and he gets hit high and taken down at the 30. And that's where the Bengals' drive will begin. Tui Malala making the tackle for the Colts.
Sorry, Dan. I think Zach Taylor's message at the half, it's almost the end of the first quarter, got another quarter to go. But at the half, it's going to be, you know what? The Colts are a good football team. We cannot self-destruct. The biggest problem we have is we're putting ourselves on the schedule as well as the Colts today. The Colts are good enough without us being ourselves.
Gary Brightwell in at running back on 1st and 10 from the 30. Ritter with a zone read handoff, and Brightwell gains 2. Trying to run off the right side. 2nd down and 8 coming up with the clock running and 1:35 left in the first quarter.
Ritter's feet and legs are a definite threat. You know that better than anybody, Dan. You covered him at UC. This kid, he's an athlete now. He can run. He's got some ability to pick him up and put him down. And he fulfilled his responsibility with fake there that the Colts kind of ignored. Let's put that in our little bit of a compartment here and maybe spring it on him.
Passed for more than 10,000 yards and ran for more than 2,000 yards in his great UC career. Ritter to throw here. Fires down the sideline. Intended for Kendrick Pryor, and he's out of bounds. It's incomplete. Speaking of Desmond Ritter's running ability, as a college quarterback, he had a 91-yard run for a touchdown in the SMU. Name a quarterback who's done that. There aren't many.
There certainly aren't. And that was close on the sideline. Almost got both feet down, but could not quite pull that off. Was Kendrick Pryor, and the officials made the proper call.
3rd down and 8. The Bengals at their own 32. Kendall Milton checks in at running back. Lines up behind the right guard, Jalen Rivers. Ritter slipped as he dropped back to throw, and the ball comes out of his hands. There's a penalty flag down. The Bengals recover it. Desmond needs to change his shoes.
Yeah, he's slip sliding away. He's skating out there. There's illegal contact down the football field on the Indianapolis Colts that was called, though. I think this might be a first down if they don't pick it up. Pick up that flag.
Right tackle Andrew Coker fell on top of the ball at the end of that play.
Talking it over, having a little discussion with this crew.
There were 2 fouls during the play, both by the defense. Holding, number 29, that penalty is declined. Illegal contact, number 38, that penalty will be accepted. 5 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
That's a tough snap for the secondary for the Indianapolis Colts. 2 different guys in the back end called for illegal illegal maneuvers defensively from a fundamental and technique standpoint, and we'll change 1st and 10.
59 seconds left in the quarter, and I'm dead serious. I wonder if Ritter will change his shoes in between quarters.
Yeah.
On 1st and 10, he does a pirouette, hands it off to Milton. Milton charging right up the middle of the field. He makes it to the Bengals logo in the middle of the field and picks up 12 yards, running to the 49-yard line.
Well, Milton should tell him what he's wearing for shoes because, man, his traction has been great. I mean, he has planted his foot and made violent cuts. He's shown tremendous footwork and then acceleration after the cut. I mean, he's getting the top speed very quickly.
He is a former Georgia Bulldog, former Orange Bowl MVP while playing for Georgia. They hand it to him again, started left, cuts back toward the middle, slams his shoulder pads into a defender, and runs to the 45-yard line for a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, that might not look pretty to the football fan, but man, it's beautiful what he just did. I mean, he just pushed the whole pile when he got contacted by offensive and defensive linemen that are in a scrum. He didn't stop his feet. He kept pounding and picking up his feet and putting them down and pushing the pile.
Turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. At the end of 1, it's the Colts 10, the Bengals nothing here on the Bengals Radio Network.
A Fifth Third better means we always put in 166.7% more effort.
Stats, huh? Two can play that game. In 2022, the Bengals broke their attendance record with over 67,000 fans.
Fifth Third gives you no hidden fees and free checking.
The Bengals won the game coldest wind chill ever, negative 59 degrees.
Fifth Third makes banking easy from the moment you sign up.
The Bengals are easy to cheer for.
Hooray! This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member, FDIC. Visit fire.com/momentum, including product restrictions and details.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you, working alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
Like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jersey, sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's end zone, or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your in style with gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork, they develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Core Stadium, your managers should be coaching, not switching between state HR systems. Learn more at paycor.com.
The second quarter here at Paycor Stadium. Indianapolis leading Cincinnati 10-0 in the final preseason game for these two teams. The Bengals open the season on the road against the Cleveland Browns, and the Indianapolis Colts open the season at home against the Miami Dolphins. Coming up 2 weeks from tomorrow. I'll tell you something, it's very different between these two teams this year momentarily. Bengals have it 2nd down and 5 in Colts territory at the 46. Ritter waiting for a shotgun snap. Desmond catches, sticks it in the belly of Milton. He's off to the races. Beats a safe for the far sideline to the 10, the 5, and he gets dragged out of bounds near the 5 by Rodney Thomas. A big run for Kendall Milton.
And I'll tell you what, offensive line did an unbelievable job right there finishing blocks. And the guy who finished his block the best was Caleb Etienne. And he did a job at the left tackle position, and Milton abused the hole that he formed for him and created. Off to the races he went, just not fast enough to take it to the house.
He checks out. Gary Brightwell is in. A 41-yard run down to the 5-yard line of Indianapolis. The Bengals with an opportunity to take a bite out of this 10-0 lead. They hand it off to Brightwell, and he's tackled around the 4. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4 inside the Miami University red zone.
Amazingly, now with that 41-yard run, the Bengals have 106 yards offense and no points. The Colts have 69 yards offense and 10 points. Of course, again, a 41-yard run. It was 69-65 Colts before that play, and a 10-0 point advantage. Big plays the Colts made and penalties the Bengals have had.
2nd down goal from the 4. Brightwell goes in motion looking for Burton. Throws for Burton and incomplete. Jermaine trying to go up with his right hand as his left was in contact with a defensive back in coverage. Pass falls incomplete. Jonathan Edwards defending Jermaine Burton on that play.
Good call, Dan, with the hand. He had one hand on the defensive back at all times, trying to control him and let him leave his feet. Pick it after the ball if need be, but Burton could not quite control that ball with one hand.
3rd down and goal from the 4. Ritter catches a shotgun snap at the 9, hands it off to Milton. Milton fighting his way toward the goal line, waiting for the signal. He is not in. Tackled in between the 1 and the goal line, so the Bengals will definitely get the 4th and goal inside the 1. Absolutely. And it's very close.
Yeah, absolutely. It might be at the 1-foot line. I mean, it's definitely in the shadow of the goal line, no question about it. Pretty good push up front by the offensive line. I thought he scored. There's no doubt that he crossed that goal line, man. They shafted the Bengals on that one.
4th and goal, inches away. Ritter catches a shotgun snap, hands it off to Milton. There's a penalty flag down for a loss. Let's see if that was offside.
They lined up in the neutral.
Offside. Test number 81. At the goal. Repeat for
Now, the half the distance to the goal is not that big a deal because it was already at the 1 foot line. But, man, to line up offsides to give him an extra down at this stage of this drive, 4th down, to give him another chance, another crack at 4th down, coaching staff's not going to like that. I mean, Steichen's going to have something to say about that.
Ritter's going to be under center. We'll see if they try a quarterback sneak on 4th and less than a yard. Ritter follows Matt Lee straight ahead.
Yeah.
And there's the signal. It's a touchdown for Desmond Ridder as he scores on the quarterback sneak behind his center, Matt Lee.
Well, the football gods made sure that the Bengals did score on that second opportunity on 4th down because they scored the first crack that they had on 4th down. They were the ball, the body, everything across the plane of the goal. I don't know what the officials were looking at there, but at least the Bengals got the 7 points that they richly deserved.
So the big play, the 41-yard run by Kendall Milton.
Yep.
Now Evan McPherson in to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ryan Rico. The right-footed kick on its way. It is good. And the Bengals pulled in free after sitting on touchdown, ending with Desmond Ridder. We'll take a timeout. 12-7 remaining in the second quarter. Indianapolis 10, Cincinnati 7 on the Bengals Radio Network.
Summer is here, and so is the seasonal traffic. If you've been injured in an auto and compensation you deserve, with the $3 billion recovered, we fight and win for you. Don't let an accident summer. If you've been injured, call Postman Law now at 844-POSTMAN to schedule a free consultation.
My name is Toph, T-O-P-H, and recently I negotiated massive tax relief for a former Cincinnati football star. My playbook worked to perfection, and the IRS was left watching as my celebrity client ran free into the end zone and celebrated with tears of joy pouring down his face. Imagine the freedom if your massive IRS problem resolved permanently. Now stop procrastinating and visit 513.com, 513TOPH.com. Don't live in fear. Here.
Hear that stomach? Feeling lean and hungry? Let Donato's fix that with their all-new barbecue chicken or buffalo chicken pizzas. Choose to have between sweet barbecue sauce or zesty buffalo sauce to satisfy your cravings. So call now or order online at Donato's.com.
Tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Bengals weekly radio shows. Visit /broadcast for date, time,
United Electric is a tri-state area for more than 60 years. For all your commercial and industrial electrical needs, call Rick Rebholz at 513-383-7547 or visit us online at unitedelec.com.
Cincinnati 7, 12:47 remaining in the half. That was a 9-play, 70-yard touchdown drive. It took 4 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. 6 of the 9 plays runs by Kendall Milton. That went for 66 yards, including a 41-yarder. Those details brought to you by ProLink. Together, ProLink will help you find your next job. Apply at ProLinkWorks.com.
Well, to average over 10 yards a carry in the NFL in a touchdown drive is phenomenal. Of course, when you have a 41-yarder that you bust, you're going to be average good yards per carry. That big play was a huge score drive.
McPherson kicks off back into the end where it is bobbled and downed. So that is a touchback. Bengals are trying to avoid those for the most part this year. The ball will come out to the 35-yard line. Kendall Milton has 71 rushing yards so far, and he had a 13-yard run negated by penalty on the Bengals' first series, so he's been terrific. We know that the Bengals will have 3 running backs at least on the 53-man roster. Yeah. Chase Brown, Samaje Perine, and Taj Brooks. I don't know that they would carry 4 running backs on the 53, but they're certainly going to have at least a running back on the practice squad, and Kendall Milton putting his best foot forward today.
And he's a complete back. Can run it, can catch it, and he's a willing blitz pickup blocker.
1st and 10 from the 35 for the Colts. They hand it off to Ulysses Bentley, and he's met and tackled after running for 3. Isaiah Thomas, the right defensive end, wrapping up Bentley and bringing him down.
You don't find many football players named Ulysses. You don't find many people in this population, this era, named Ulysses. Very interesting.
Made his college career at Ole Miss. 2nd and 8 after his 2-yard run. running with 12:15 left in the half. The Colts up 10-7. Leonard catches a shoulder high snap. Quick pass out to the left. The catch is made, and the receiver is shoved out of bounds. Treadwell with the catch. He made it to the 40. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Linebacker Craig Young making the stop.
Has to be a pretty significant hit. He came up and delivered a pretty good blow immediately. When the ball was caught, Nate Brooks stuck his shoulder pads right across the bow.
Nate Brooks, our fun facts interview prior to the game today. We learned about his childhood friendship with Patrick Mahomes.
Well, start. Offense number 62. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Oh boy, number 2 at the fall start jumping up out of his stance early.
Enough 62 wasn't called for penalties like that between 1974 and 1983, I can tell you that.
Honestly, I wish that were the case. But not very often, I hope.
We're looking forward to seeing that 62 up on the wall here at Paycor Stadium in late October when you go into the Ring of Honor.
Thank you.
Here's a rollout to the right by Leonard under pressure, and he throws it into the ground near the feet of one of his receivers. Set up 4th and 10, and the Colts will have to punt. Isaiah Thomas doing a nice job of applying pressure to Riley Leonard.
That might have been the best defensive series of the afternoon for the Cincinnati Bengals. It is only 5 minutes or less than 4 minutes into the second quarter, but the Bengals did a pretty good job right there. Once they got the Colts into 3rd and long, they got them off the field, which is what you want to do when you get an opponent.
There's into punt. Burton waiting back at the 17. Jermaine had a 32-yard punt return in the first preseason game against Philly. This is a high spinning end-over-end punt. Jermaine catches at the 14-yard line. Little shoulder shake to try to get away from a tackler, and it does not work. He's run down and tackled at the 16-yard line.
See what the flag's all about.
Jermaine comes up with a little bit of a limp as he trots toward the sideline. Little hitch in the giddy up.
The Colts ran out of bounds when they were covering the punt and came back on the field of play.
Number 34, the kicking team, went out of bounds on his own during the kick. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the dead ball spot. Cincinnati's ball, 1st and 10. Timeout on the field.
Duke Shelley guilty of the penalty. It'll give the Bengals a drive start around the 21-yard line when we 11:09 left in half. Indianapolis up by feet. 10-7 is the score.
And doing the little things right and attention to quality to make us the right choice to work on your home. Not just covering your old shingles with new. The continued quality of our work is what you deserve.
Ray St. Clair Roofing.
In the heart of downtown, Richter & Phillips Jewelers offers an experience unlike any. A team of dedicated, friendly specialists, a startling showroom packed with Cincinnati's large bridal selection, and free parking right across the street. This is your destination. Richter & Phillips Jewelers since 1896.
Keep your summer fun going at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now through September 2nd, get a stylish new 25 Corolla with 4.99 APR financing or 5.99 on Corolla Hybrid. Excludes Corolla Cross and GR Corolla. Or lease a gas-powered Corolla LE for $199 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit for TS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA. Go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
United Electric has served the tri-state area for more than 60 years. For all your commercial and industrial electrical needs, call Rick Rebholz at 513-383-7547 or visit us online at unitedeldc.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Cincinnati, 11:09 remaining in the half. The Bengals ball at their own 21-yard line after that punt by Sanchez. Got a change on the offensive line for Cincinnati. Jalen Rivers is out. Andrew Stuber is in at right guard. We were told that Rivers is likely to play about a quarter. That's the way it plays out. And Jalen has done a nice job at right guard. with Lucas Patrick nursing a minor injury. Patrick expected to be ready for the season opener in Cleveland, but Rivers showed that he can play at right guard if needed.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got some versatility to him.
On 1st and 10, it's a play-action fake. Ritter to throw. Now he begins scrambling left, trying to get to the far sideline. He accelerates, gets close to a first down. He's run out at the 30 after a 9-yard pickup. He is chased out by Solomon DeShields, a Colts linebacker.
Your word that you used, accelerates, is appropriate, Dan, because not any quarterback can accelerate like that. I mean, they're few and far between, really. Ritter can run. I mean, there's no doubt that if he does play in the National Football League, he'll be amongst the fastest quarterbacks in the league.
We mentioned that Jermaine Burton came up limping after that punt return. They're looking at him on the bench. He has not gone into the medical tent. On 2nd and 1, here's a handoff. It's going to be a first down run for Cincinnati. Gary Brightwell, the former New York Giant, runs out to the 34. Pickford's in a Cincinnati first down.
They couldn't get him off his feet. There were 5 or 6 Indianapolis Colts around him by the time the thing ended, and they could not get him to fall to the ground off his feet. I mean, pretty good strength and balance shown right there.
1st and 10, Cincinnati at the 34. With the clock running and 9:57 left in the half. Desmond Ritter under center. Tanner McLaughlin goes in motion. It's a handoff to Gary Brightwell, and he spun around at his back, facing the defense, and he went backward, pick up 4 yards. Shegu Alubi making the tackle. That first name, Shegu, spelled C-G-U-N. How do you get Shegu out of that, Dave Lapham?
That's a good question. I'm not sure about these silent letters and silent syllables, and I don't know. These days, man, it's crazy.
I have proclaimed the pronunciation of S-E-G-U-N, Shegu, to be the biggest mystery since anybody that bought a Steelers Bumblebee uniform. Here's a short throw to Brightwell. There's a penalty flag down. Brightwell punishes a tackler to pick up a first down, but it's probably coming back out to the 47.
He got holding, I believe, on the left tackle.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Again, the inconsistency. And part of the inconsistency is when a play is made, it's negated by penalty. Again, like we talked about, the Bengals are their own worst enemy. They shot themselves in the foot so many times they don't have many toes remaining. And it's not even halftime. There's 9 minutes to play until halftime, and they've only they don't have many toes left to work with.
They've got 5 penalties, and 4 of the 5 have been on the offensive line. 2nd down and 16 after that penalty on the left tackle, Caleb Etienne. Kendall Milton back. Ritter drops back to throw. Good protection. Now he begins scrolling left. Fires to the sideline. Is caught by Cam Grandy. And the big tight end gets shot out of bounds at the 38. Pick 9. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Big third down here. Neither team has converted a third down at this point of the football game. Indianapolis is 0 for 4 on third down. The Bengals are 0 for 2. They have not had a successful third down conversion. I mean, that's pretty remarkable, even though it's a preseason game.
Receivers right, one out to the left. Receivers out to the right, sticking by toward the sideline. They're now outside the numerals. Ball on the left hash. Rear drop back. Looking. Short pass caught by Grandy. Grandy fighting toward the first down marker. He didn't get there. He's about 1.5 yards short. Shegu Alubi getting there first to make the tackle. Thought the Grandy man can for a second there, but he was pulled down a little bit short.
0 for 3. Now on down. He's 0 for 4. 0 for 7 in the game on third down. Neither coaching staff or organization is going to be pleased with a lack of productivity on the third down.
Bengals are going to go for it, or at least line up to go for it on 4th down and 2 from their own 43-yard line. Ritter in the gun. He's got a protector on either side of him. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Now Milton motion out wide left outside. The Bengals call a timeout. This gets the jump.
I think that's exactly the case, Dan.
Worked last week when Joe Burrow was able to get Washington to jump and pick up a 4th down conversion.
Well, the word of the first half is consistency, or lack thereof, I guess, inconsistency. And both coaching staffs and organizations can probably claim the same thing.
Here comes the punt team.
Bengals will punt it away. Colts have been far from the picture of consistency. The Bengals have not either. So the team that gets things figured out at halftime, even though there's 7 minutes plus play in this order, and plays with consistency in the second half, will get a big leg up.
Will Wagner will snap. Ryan Rico will punt. Coleman Owen waiting back at the 8 to return. This long snapper battle between Adamitis and Wagner is as close as it could be. This punt doesn't have great hang time. Fielded at the 13. Owen will be tackled by the long snapper. Will Wagner hustling down the field. He made the tackle at the 17. And honestly, that's the type of thing that could be a tiebreaker. The snaps have both been good, or both snappers have done well in terms of snapping it back to the holder and the punter. So the differentiator could be how you perform at blocking and getting down the field to make tackles. And Wagner made a nice tackle.
Absolutely.
There.
Absolutely, Dan.
We have a timeout. 7:04 remaining in the half. Indianapolis up by 3, 10-7. Here on the Bengals Radio Network.
It's summer bird season, which means bird bombs, an endless shower of bird bombs, turning your car's finish into a pasty, icky mess. Keep your ride clear of bird bombs with an unlimited wash plan from Mike's Car Wash. Wash as often as you want at any of our 40 locations. So, this summer, fight bird bombs with an unlimited plan from Mike's Car Wash. Open daily, 7 to 9.
Get to Miami Valley Gaming on Saturday, August 30th for a chance to win a Mercedes or $45,000. Must be 21. Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-589-9966 or visit org.ohio.gov. Ready to take a break? Visit timeoutohio.com.
Bengal fans, Bengal's luxury suites provide a great view of the action while offering an unparalleled combination of features and amenities. With limited inventory available, visit Bengals.com/suites to get yours today.
What's up, Pooh Day Nation? Look, we know you can't count on everyone agreeing on how many ways to serve their children, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. That's right. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday, all season long through the playoffs. And follow along as Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the boys aim to make this year Cincinnati's year. So visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. And count on Sundays for another must-see season of Bengals football with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hoo Day!
You can get the latest news on the Bengals roster, feature stories from our friend Jeff Hobson, and access your tickets by downloading the official Bengals app. 7:04 left in the half. The Colts up by 3, 10-7. They have it at their own 17 after the punt by Ryan Rico. Leonard, the quarterback, fakes a handoff, begins rolling right. His pass caught on the run by Gould. And the little guy with great speed sprints forward to the 32-yard line before Craig Young chased him out of bounds. Gould is 5'8", the $174, but he can scoot.
He can, Dan, and there was nothing fancy about that. I mean, it was a simple rollout to the right. Quarterback got out of pocket, found a lot of real estate to work with and plenty of vision, and Gould was flying, man. That dude was running about a 4.2.
He was 4.39 at the combine, picked up 15 yards there on 1st and 10. They fake a handoff to Bentley. They throw it over the middle, and the catch is made for another Indianapolis first down. Treadwell with the catch. Jong Meta made the tackle, and he brought down at the Cincinnati, at the Colts 48-yard line.
Man, 2 passes, Gould and Treadwell, and here they are about midfield. I mean, you got to do a little bit better than that, a lot better than that defensively. You can't give up chunk plays like that back to back.
15 yards on the first play, 16 yards on the second. 1st and 10 at the 48 for Indy. Riley Leonard extends the hands, fires a screen out to the right, nearly picked off. Great job of anticipating that play by Lance Robinson, the former Tulane defensive back. Couldn't have anticipated that any better.
Absolutely, and the Bengals coaching staff is next to us, next door here, doing our preseason games. They're in the very next booth, and more than one coach was pounding the table, thought that was going to be a pick six. Read it broke on it extremely well. Could not quite corral or control the pig.
2nd and 10, Indy. The Colts at their own 48. They lead by 3. 5:50 left in the half. Leonard. It's an inside handoff and a nice job by Jules coming up from the safety spot with a good, sure tackle near the line of scrimmage.
Now you got to stop the drive right here. There's 5 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Halftime's coming soon. Don't want to allow them to drive into your end of the football field where they can kick a field goal or, worse yet, give up a touchdown. But give the offense one last chance. Get the ball back to the offense and let them see what they can do.
1 sack so far for the Bengals. Isaiah Thomas recorded it. 3rd down and 10. Leonard facing a 6-man rush. Fires toward the sideline and a diving attempt incomplete. Anthony Gould, the intended receiver. The 6-man rush didn't get home, but might have sped up the clock a bit for Leonard, and he was not able to connect.
Bingo, Dan. Right there, I agree with you. It was a simple out pattern, a little bit of depth to the route, and the catch might have been made, but the throw took him too far to the sideline. I don't think you get either foot down in bounds.
The Colts have challenged it. They've tossed the red challenge flag, so they want to see if that was a catch on the diving try by Anthony Gould.
Like I said, he may.
Indianapolis has challenged the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. The previous play is under review.
He may have caught the football, but I'm not sure about the footwork. I'm not sure that he got either foot down in bounds. We'll see.
If he did, it's a first down. He was past the line to gain on 3rd down and 10.
And after having a completion of 16 yards, another completion of 15 yards, then come back right away and complete one for over 10. I mean, there's the back end of the Bengals defense is hemorrhaging, giving up too many big plays. Let's see if he gets both feet down with the catch. Ooh, he got the knee down. I think he got the knee down. I think that's a catch. Knee down, and as he slid, he tapped the back heel. Boy, is his knee down before he goes out of bounds. That is tight. That's close. Could go either way.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dejon Anthony is on the sideline with his right hand on the back of his right leg. It looks like his hamstring might have been aggravated there. He's on his feet. Remember the training staff taking a look. Depth at safety is a bit of a concern.
For sure. You hate to see guys grab their hamstring.
It is going to be a catch for Gould.
The Indianapolis receiver completed the process of the catch inbounds. Got his knee down inbounds. It is a completed catch for a first down. Please.
I can't argue with that decision. Looked like the knee was down for sure. 1 knee equals 2 feet.
They're putting the ball right at the line to gain. I thought he was beyond the first down marker, but in any case, it is a first down for the Colts. They'll move the sticks. The ball resting at the Cincinnati 42, and now they're walking it forward. I knew that they were jipping him out of a few yards, and they walk it up to the 38. Dejon Anthony is going into the blue medical tent.
That's never a good sign. If not for pictures, they're going to run him through a whole battery of stretching, movement to see how badly that hamstring has been affected.
1st and 10 Colts after the 3rd and 10 conversion. Leonard hands it off, and a good pursuit from behind to make that tackle on Bentley. Mumajong Meadow is the guy that ran him down from behind and made the stop after a gain of 1.5 yards.
Now, the one thing you want to do here defensively in the final 4.5 minutes of this quarter, don't let the Colts put more points on the board. If they do, make sure it's just 3. That way you remain only 1 score down. You give up a touchdown, you're 2 scores down that you have to make up for in the second half. And if they score a touchdown at the end of the second quarter, it's a killer.
2nd down and 8. Leonard fakes a handoff to Bentley. Short pass, caught. And the tight end will be tackled by Craig Young after a short gain. Jelani Woods with the catch. 3rd down and 6 coming up for Indy.
Here's the big money down for both football teams. You know, people talk about 3rd downs and money down for the offense, but I remember Dick LeBeau saying, hey, man, it's not just money down for the offense, it's money down for the defense, too. This is where you make plays. This is where you make a name for yourself. Don't allow the offense to move the chains on you.
Two receivers out to each side of the formation. The ball's on the right hash. 3rd down and 6 from the Cincinnati 34. Here comes a blitzer up the middle. Leonard forced to move to his left. He can take off and run. He will. And he'll pick up the 1st down as he scoots toward the near sideline and goes out of bounds at the 20, chased out by Young. If you watched Notre Dame at all last year, you know that Riley Leonard can run. That was one of his strengths for the Fighting Irish last year, and he showed his speed right there.
Well, he sure did. And, man, he got a great stride. And once he got out in the open field, you know, he put the Jets on. I mean, Anthony Richardson can run. Riley Leonard can run. Daniel Jones is mobile. That's a prerequisite, it seems like, for a Colts quarterback.
Dejon Anthony walking toward the locker room with a member of the training staff after coming out of the medical tent. Here's a handoff to Bentley, and he'll be gang tackled after a 3-yard run at the Cincinnati 17. Going back to quarterback Riley Leonard, he ran for more than 900 yards at Notre Dame last year and had 12 touchdown runs.
I mean, that's a good year for a running back. Really a great year for a running back. No question about it. Here as we approach the 2-minute warning, the Bengals have to limit this to nothing more than a field goal. Keep it a 1-score game.
2nd and 7 with 2.5 minutes to go in the half. In the red zone at the 17-yard line of Cincinnati. Leonard catches a shotgun snap, fires a pass over the middle, caught by Gould. P.J. Jules makes the tackle, but it'll be 1st and goal at the 8 for Indianapolis.
1st and goal in the low red zone at the 8-yard line for the Indianapolis Colts. What kind of plays do they have in their red zone package? When you're game planning for the preseason, you're not as sophisticated in what you run schematically and formationally and all that sort of thing.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. The score, 10-7 Indy, and the Colts threatening they'll have it 1st and goal at the 8 when we come back on the Bengals Radio Network.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Our first students arrived in 1824. But let's fast forward 200 years and discover what's happening today. Miami University is a top 50 best value college, #1 among Ohio public universities for return on investment, and top 30 among universities in the nation for alumni wealth, meaning students can feel confident in making an investment in their future at Miami. Miami University is where today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork, they develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your managers should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at paycor.com.
We have 2 minutes left in the half here on the Bengals Radio Network. Indianapolis up by a field goal, 10-7. The Colts kicked a field goal on their opening drive, scored a touchdown on a pick six, and led 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Bengals answered in the second, about 2.5 minutes in, on a 1-yard touchdown run by Desmond Ridder. That's been it for the scoring. It is 10-7. However, Indy has it 1st and goal at the Cincinnati 8.
And who will step up? Will it be the offense, the red zone offense of the Indianapolis Colts, to give them a 2-score lead, or will it be the Bengals defense that'll bull their necks and make sure they give up nothing more and make the Indianapolis Colts settle for a field goal and keep it a one-score game.
The Colts offensive lineman Josh Sills just walked to their locker room with his left arm pinned against his side. Maybe a shoulder issue for him. Riley Leonard has played the entire half for Indy at quarterback, the rookie out of Notre Dame. 6th-round draft pick this year. Spent most of his college career at Duke before his final year with the Fighting Irish. 27-10 in 37 college starts.
I think Riley Leonard has shown that there's something to work with here. I mean, the kid has thrown the football well. He's thrown it with a lot of zip and velocity, and he's thrown it accurately. And then the thing about him, like we talked about, the entire half that he's played, Dan, is his ability to run the ball, his foot speed. I mean, it definitely makes you sit up in your seat. I mean, you got to take notice of how much speed he has, and it'll give defensive coordinators nightmares.
He was well coached last year by somebody from this area, Gino Guidugli, quarterback coach at Notre Dame.
Great career Gino Guidugli had.
High school and college.
No doubt. No doubt. He was something special for sure. One of the best ever in the greater Cincinnati area.
All-time leader in passing yards at the University of Cincinnati. 1st and goal from the 8 for the Colts. The ball's on the right hash. Riley Leonard in the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off. Bentley finds a cutting lane to the right and runs down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 2 coming up.
It's a pretty good play on 1st down from the 8-yard line to run a simple dive. I mean, he just sidestepped a little jump cut to the outside and then took it up the football field north and south in a heartbeat and lowered that pad level and finished that run with authority.
The Bengals call a timeout. They're looking to save some time for the offense. They only have one timeout left. 1:55 left in the half. 2nd down and goal from the 2 coming up for Indy. Leonard in the shotgun. Bentley off his right hip. 2 receivers go out to the left. Double tight ends in 3-point stances out to the right. Leonard waits for the shotgun snap at the 7. The rookie quarterback has the ball, hands it off to Bentley, and he goes into the end zone for an Indianapolis touchdown.
So the Colts get done what they wanted to get done. They go up by 2 scores. Center, left guard, pretty good double team. Left tackle did a nice job moving his man as well. The movement at the 4-yard line was pretty impressive by the Indianapolis Colts. When you're down in the low red zone like that, in the inside the 5-yard line, low man wins. And the Colts offensive linemen got their shoulder pads underneath those of the Bengals defenders.
That was an 83-yard touchdown drive. Here comes the extra point. And the kick is good. The Bengals do have enough time to try to answer. 1:53 on the clock. Cincinnati with 1 timeout to work with. And the Colts now leading 17-7.
And the Bengals' offensive objective, obviously, is to at least get a field goal. Cut it to a 1-score game. You don't want to go in at the half down 2 scores. And I think the Colts get the ball to start the second half, don't they? No?
Bengals do.
Bengals get the ball. That's good. Okay. Well, if they can cut it to a 1-score game and get the ball and try to make some hay right away to start the second half, then you're back in business. You don't want to fall behind by more than 2 scores. That's for sure.
Isaiah Williams and Gary Brightwell back to return this kickoff. You may recall that Jermaine Burton on the last punt return came up limping a bit after the play, so I'm sure he's done for the rest of the day. Trujillo will kick off for the Colts. 1:53 remaining in the half. Here comes the kick. This one is returnable. It's going to be Brightwell with a head of steam at the 11. Make that Williams running it back. He's at the 30. And Isaiah Williams makes it all the way out to the 36-yard line. So a decent drive start with 1:46 left in the half.
Very solid return by Williams. I mean, when he realized that he was getting toward the end of the journey, I mean, he really got after it. He hunkered down, got his pad level low, and accelerated into a couple of Colt defenders and knocked them backwards pretty good.
He was the Bengals kickoff and punt returner the last 6 games of the year last year. after starting the year with the Lions. 1st and 10 from the 36. Ritter waiting for the shotgun snap. He has the ball. He looks left. His pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. That stops the clock with 1:42 left in the half. 2nd and 10 coming up. Eric Johnson got a piece of that Desmond Ritter throw.
Yeah. And, Desmond Ritter doesn't have the classic, high over-the-top release. He's kind of got a little bit of a drop-down type release when he lets go of the football, and the Colts were able to get a hand on that one.
Kendall Milton is the running back. He lines up to the left of Desmond Ritter. Isaiah Williams goes in motion out wide to the right. Ritter pump fakes, begins scrambling right. Dez looking, running, and pulled out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Desmond tackled by Desmond. Desmond Little tackling Desmond Ritter. It's actually a 1-yard loss, meaning it's a sack for Little.
I'll tell you what, Little can run. I mean, that big man was motoring out there in space. As we talked about, Ritter can fly, and Little at over 240, close to 245 pounds, is right with him.
The Bengals go with an empty backfield. They've got 5 receivers to go out. Ritter firing up the field, incomplete, intended for Isaiah Williams.
No flags. All good for the Indianapolis Colts defensively, and special teams work their way on the football field. Another punt for the Cincinnati Bengals, and ability to return it for the Colts.
So a 3-and-out that took less than 20 seconds off the clock, meaning the Colts will have time to operate, and they have all 3 of their timeouts remaining.
And that's great 2-minute drill for the Colts defense. Horrific for the Bengals offense.
Rico will punt. Coleman, Owen waiting at the 9. The snap this time by Adamitis. The punt, a wobbler. Owen catches at his own 8. Runs to the 15, the 20. Gets pulled down at the 24. Actually caught it at the 13-yard line. I beg your pardon. Made it out to the 24. 1:20 left in the half. P.J. Jules with a punt coverage tackle.
Some of these players, there's going to be desperation shortly. In less than a minute and a half, you're going into the locker room. Will it be the final time you go into the Bengals locker room? You got 30 minutes of football left to show the coaching staff, the organization, teammates that you belong. You got to make something happen. You got to make a play. You got to stand out. You got to do something special in those 30 minutes.
That was a 53-yard punt by Ryan Rico. 1st and 10. Leonard to throw. His pass caught. Gould with the catch. Tackled at the 28 by Nate Brooks. Colts have 3 timeouts left, but they're not using one yet. The clock is running with 1:03 left in the half.
Gould shows that he's got a little bit more than just running go routes.
Here's a pass over the middle. This one is caught by Blaine Taylor. He'll pick up the 1st down as he makes it to the 41. And the clock continues to run with 48 seconds left in the half. Taylor's a big target, 6'4", 212. Rookie out of Abilene Christian. Riley Leonard to throw. His pass, one hop that one in the direction of Blaine Taylor. That stops the clock with 38 seconds left in the half. Colts have the ball at their own 41.
Looked like held on to the ball a little bit too long that time, and almost halfway through the throw motion thought, boy, should I throw it or not? And it came out of his hand. He just held on to it too long, and it went straight to the ground. Bengals secondary is going to be challenged right now. The Colts are going to run as many different routes and combinations of formation that they possibly can.
Indy up 17-7, 38 seconds left in the half. Leonard trying to throw a deep ball. He's got a man open, caught on the run at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, the former first-round draft pick by the Vikings, with a 59-yard touchdown catch.
Boy, how about the Indianapolis Colts? Talk about coming awake. Man, oh man. 23-7 right now, pending the extra point in the second half here, particularly the last 6 minutes of the second quarter, I should say, not half, second quarter. The Indianapolis Colts have looked like a juggernaut offensively.
Well, last week in Washington, the Bengals scored 2 late touchdowns in the second quarter that were 20 seconds apart. to take a 14-point halftime lead. The Colts have just scored 2 touchdowns, less than a minute and a half. The extra point is good, and Indianapolis has taken a 17-point lead. It is 24-7 with 29 seconds left in the half.
Well, the Bengals allowed to happen what we're talking about. Don't allow it to happen at all costs. Down by 3 scores. And now you're going to get the football first to start the second half. Got to do something with it right away. You got to put points on the board immediately. Got to score a touchdown or at least kick a field goal to cut it to a 2-score lead. Touchdown would be more preferable, obviously. The Bengals have work to do in the second half to cut into this big lead.
Barring a long kick return, I imagine the Bengals will just take a knee and run out the remaining clock here in the second quarter, especially since they're due to get the ball to begin the third. Trujillo ready to kick it off. Brightwell and Williams stand at the 5-yard line for Cincinnati. This kick, not very high. Hang time doesn't matter anymore. Caught at the 11. Isaiah Williams, middle of the field to the 30. And clotheslined down at the 33. Austin Ajike with the tackle for Indianapolis.
Now as you look, there's 25 seconds to go in the second quarter here, and these players that are out in the football field right now, they quite a few of them, they got 30 minutes left in their professional career. Are they going to go out winners or losers?
Desmond Ridder in the shotgun. He's not going to take a knee. He throws over the middle. It is caught, running to the 45, trying to get out of bounds, and doing so is Isaiah Williams near midfield. He got to the 49 for a 16-yard gain, and we still have 18 seconds left in the half, and the Bengals have a timeout remaining.
See if the Bengals can be consistent offensively here and limit the negative plays. Quit shooting yourself in the foot and stack some positive plays. Stack some back-to-back 10-yard plus games.
The Bengals can pick up another 10 yards or so. They'd be within the field goal range of Evan McPherson. Ridder throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. It hit Jamoy Mays in the chest, and then he got hit right away, and the ball popped out. 15 seconds left in the half. DeShields with the hit on Jamoy Mays.
Yeah, I think DeShields hit Mays in the chest right as the football hit him in the chest. I mean, it was a bang-bang play right there. Coverage pretty good for the Indianapolis Colts in the middle of the football field.
Second down and 10. The Bengals at their own 49. They trail 24-7. 15 seconds left in the half. Shotgun snap. Ridder to throw. He fires deep down the left sideline, and it is incomplete. Thrown a bit too far for the intended target, Kendrick Pryor. 10 seconds left in the half. Third down and 10.
Kendrick Pryor on the go route. Jonathan Edwards running stride for stride with him. I mean, Jonathan Edwards shows that he's got some wheels. I mean, he didn't give up any kind of cushion whatsoever.
If the Bengals could gain 10 yards, that would move it within